What's up, everybody? This your boy Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I'm going to do 10 fragrances that I adore, that I love and appreciate, but it has a little bit of a knock to it because the performance and the longevity is trash. It's poor. And I wish that these 10 particular fragrances had a little bit more oomph, but it is what it is. But I digress. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. Okay, starting off from the house of Calvin Klein. This is Calvin Klein CK Everyone. This one right here is very, very phenomenal smelling in terms of it being a freshie, like a fresh, citrusy, aquatic that has a undertone of a fresh, sparkly sweetness in the terms of that ginger that's inside of here. And it also has a tea note inside of here, giving it like a herbaceously dry green note that's also fresh and appealing on top of that ginger and those accords of citruses and of aquatic touch that's added to this, which is amazingly put together. Amazingly well put together. This is an amazing smelling fragrance. This one is not worth full retail. If you see this full retail, and I think they discontinued with this, and I don't see this full retail anywhere in any department store, but if you see this anywhere full retail, do not pick this up full retail, because if you don't mind the lackluster performance and you really want this, by all means, if you want to spend full retail with your money, that's on you. But my recommendation with this one, don't do it, because this one just popped up at Burlington and Ross Dress for Less for like 20 or 30 bucks. And I think it's for a 3.4 or the same size as this one, which I think this is a 6.7, 200 milliliters. Do not pay full retail for this. Always find it at a rack store somewhere. This smells so good, but the performance and the lackluster projection after, like, I say the 30 minutes to an hour, and then it just leaves your skin, just disappears, brings the price of this down all the way to bargain bin, where it should be. But nonetheless, this smells phenomenal. Very fresh, citrusy, warm, spicy, has a sparkly, sweet ginger note with a herbaceous green tea note that is also captivating to me. And it also has a chorus of some warm musk as well in the base. This is a killer of a fragrance in terms of the way that it smells, but that performance, I can't get jiggy with. So from the house of Calvin Klein, you got CK Everyone, ladies and gentlemen. So up next, we have from the house of Giorgio Armani, we have Armani Code Colonia. There you go. Here's zoom in. There you go. Here's the bottle. Now, this fragrance throughout the Armani Code line, to me, is the more unique. You know, it is a little bit more transparent in terms of the other flankers to me, and it's a little bit more spicier, a little bit more fresher, and a tad bit more of a citrusy, spicy, warm type of a flanker compared to the other ones. This one is pretty nice. It takes that original Armani Code DNA, makes it fresher, makes it spicy, has it a little bit more dry and fruity, and a little bit musky and powdery, which I do enjoy quite a bit. However, on my skin, it is completely terrible on my skin, unfortunately. But it smells fantastic nonetheless. What really captivates me about this fragrance is that it, like I said, it takes that original Armani Code DNA, makes it a little bit fresher. It makes it also spicy and woodsy in a base at the same time. You know, it's not synthetic smelling. It's not like, a forgotten flanker, which it is. But to me, it shouldn't be, because this smells really, really good. I remember buying this at like a clearance price at Ulta. They had like a little clearance red tag area, and they had at least like 7 of these red tag, and they was giving it away for like $50. So I guess for a 4.2 fluid ounce bottle for $50, it ain't bad. For what this smells like and the performance, I guess it's not bad at all. But yeah, this is pretty nice. I really do enjoy this flanker of that line. It also has a green spicy, somewhat of a green sage type of a note that's inside of here. And sage is an official note that's inside of here in the mid. But that sage gives it like that green spiciness, and with that orange makes it spicy, green, and herbaceous, yet fruity. But man, this is a nice fragrance. Like out of the whole entire line, to me, this is the more unique one. And it kind of branches off outside of the box. Still maintaining and staying true to the DNA of the original Armani Code. But ladies and gentlemen, Armani Code Colonia. This one right here, wish it had a little bit more bang and a little bit more boom boom, but unfortunately it doesn't. Alrighty, up next from the house of Chanel, we have Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, or Extreme if you're fancy. So this one right here, I cannot tell you the amount of compliments that I have gotten out of all my wearings of wearing this fragrance throughout the years of having it. Wearing it at work, wearing it like here and there to events and stuff like that. I just keep getting compliment after compliment. What are you wearing? You smell so good. Blah, 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 blah. Very, 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 very appealing, high complimenting factoring fragrance this is. However, the performance is crap on my skin, at least. I don't know if it's my skin chemistry. I don't even know what it is. You know, I saturate my skin, make sure it's lubricated, you know, saturated with lotion, but it just don't do anything. The first 2 hours is just boom, 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 all over the place. But then after 2 hours, it's like a Thanos snap. Poof, gone. The way that this smells though, it's like a sandalwood bomb to me. It's like a sandalwood bomb to me with some dry fruitiness from tonka bean in the base. Then you get some mandarin orange in the top, a minty freshness, you know, a little bit of a fresh, spicy herbaceousness in terms of that green spiciness in the top. You know, I don't really get too much of that mandarin orange, that orange just in the top note, but man, I get a lot of that sandalwood. That sandalwood gives it that vanilla, creamy type of a smooth, woodsy accord that you might get throughout the longevity of this fragrance on your skin. On my skin, at least, that's all I get is sandalwood, and it is beautiful. However, it does not last long. Actually, wait a minute. I'll be right back. I just did a review on this one, and I said that it was a clone of, or a dupe of, that smells similar of F Black by Salvatore Ferragamo. However, it does have an appeal and familiarity to this one as well. And this is a rack store cheapie at Marshalls and TJ Maxx for the price of $15 and some change. Wow. It just immediately popped in my head, and it reminded me of this cheapie. So it smells similar to this one as well as F Black. But now that I am on the subject of this one, it smells more like this one versus this one. But my goodness, I'm glad I thought about that at the last minute. So yeah, Chanel Allure Homme Sport, ladies and gentlemen, Eau Extreme, or Extreme, whatever. This one has a phenomenal smell and scent profile, but unfortunately, lackluster in performance. So up next, from the house of Hugo Boss, we got Hugo Boss Pure Accord. The scent Pure Accord, actually. Okay, this fragrance here is underrated, but is lackluster in performance. But the smell inside of here is beautiful. A lot of people crap on this fragrance because it only has 3 notes in it, which is manica fruit and white suede as well as ginger. This one here smells great, really, really great. That manica fruit is very, very fruity and dense, as well as that ginger giving it a little bit more of a sparkly, you know, warm, spicy, sweet touch to it. And the white suede gives it like a little bit more of a, you know, leather, you know, touch to it, like a smooth, like fruity leather for this fragrance. Also a little bit powdery at the same time. But all around, like fresh, bright, sparkly, and elegant to me, to my nose, and on my skin. I remember buying this at Marshall's during the holiday season last year, and they was giving this bad boy away for like $50. And I was like, you know what? I got a few, like, you know, Hugo Boss the scent fragrances, and I want to add this to that line, so why not? I know it was lackluster in the performance, but still wanted it. Beautiful scent profile, is well rounded and meshed in very well together with 3 notes. And with 3 notes, you would think that it'd be like boring and basic, but to me, this smells pretty nice with only 3 notes in it. It's just that I wish it performed a little bit better. That's the only drawback and the only knock that this one gets. The whole entire line is better than this one. This is like, I will say that this one is better than the original. To me, I like this better than the original, but in terms of all the other ones, nah, it doesn't hold a candle up to them. So from the house of Hugo Boss, we got Pure Accord, the scent Pure Accord, actually. The scent Pure Accord, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, moving right along from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life. There you go. If you're familiar with the other flankers of this line, you know that this one is a sweet, you know, just sweet, attractive coffee type of a fragrance. Has like this coffee, like, you know, warm, sweet, comforting, cozy coffee note in this fragrance. And it takes the sweetness and appeal out of all the other flankers of this line. Well, except Urban, I think it's Urban Life or something like that. Except for that one, at least. But the sweetness from the coffee and the sweet appeal and captivity of the other ones that has that sweet, warm, you know, fall and winter oriented type of a profile, it takes that, makes it fresher, but still have that coffee note inside of here, with what's make this fragrance dope, makes this fragrance awesome. It has a note of violet leaf in here that gives it like this smooth, like masculine floral scent, along with that spicy, dry, you know, sweetness from the cardamom with that coffee note mixed in. And this fragrance makes this fragrance phenomenal. However, on my skin is atrocious. The performance could be a lot better. So, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life. This is a fresh banger of a coffee note with a masculine floral, dry, sweet, spicy cardamom of a fragrance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome, but it sucks in performance. So this is another one from the house of Hugo Boss. We have Hugo Boss Bottled Tonic. I really do like this bottle due to the fact that the coloration of the juice a lot better. I like this bottle a lot better than the other ones because of the color of the juice. It's just something about it. So this is love in a bottle. Let's just keep it short, simple, and sweet. Love in a bottle. Fresh, aquatic, and citrusy. It does maintain that, you know, that typical apple that you get in, like, you know, Hugo Boss Bottle EDP, Intense, you know, the original. But this one has a very, very unique, like fresh, you know, fruity apple notes. Now the apple is noticeable, but it is drowned out very, very fast with all the other fruity notes that's inside of this fragrance. But this fragrance is also woody and sparkly with that ginger that's inside of here that is very, very dope. Very, very well put in this fragrance. So the apple in here is a little bit more fresher, a little bit more aquatic, and a little bit more of a warm and also fresh spicy accord. Now all the other fruity notes that's inside of here gives it a little bit more depth in the top at least. And also it gives a little bit more depth once it dries down with all those woody notes that's inside of here. That is a banger of a fragrance. And I feel like it should be hyped up a little bit more, just a little bit, because I know Intense is a banger. And, you know, the original, like, typical DNA of the Hugo Boss bottle line with that apple is just a phenomenal OG smelling fragrance that everybody loves. At least the people that I know and know of that loves it. But this one here is forgotten about and underrated. However, the performance on me sucks quite bad. The house of Hugo Boss, we got Hugo Boss Bottle Tonic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a banger of a fragrance in terms of that fruity apple note and that sparkly fresh ginger. I love it and I dig it. So up next we have from the house of YSL, we have YSL L'Homme Ultime. Man, this is a discontinued fragrance and I wish they come up with like some type of reformulation to make it a little bit stronger so everybody can enjoy how dope this fragrance is. Man, I don't even know where to start with this one. In terms of describing on how dope this smells, I'm lost for words. You know, the creativity in terms of the rosy note that's inside of here is just off the charts. I don't know what any other rosy fragrance other than like, you know, Moschino Toy Boy, you know, that's more of a like an aggressive rose note that's inside of there that's very pungent and loud, but it's just something about the rose that's in here that is just, it's quiet, smooth, relaxed, you know, chill, mellow, but it's so just uplifting. This is the most uplifting fragrance that I have in my collection, one of them at least. And I don't even know why they discontinued this. I'm talking too much, so let me get into how the performance is, which is not good. The performance on me with this one is bad. You know, it's only good if you overspray, but I'm afraid to overspray because this joint is discontinued and I don't want to run through this bottle that fast. So I tried to tread softly with the sprays. But the only way that you can get like a decent or average amount of performance with this one if you overspray. And the rose in here is just so good. It's fruity, it's dry and spicy. It has like a sparkly ginger note in the top of it with the apple giving it a little bit of an extra kick. This one is just mind-blowing. You get that dry masculinity from that vetiver in the base that makes it dry. A dry rose, a dry fruity rose. That vetiver that's inside of here meshes very, very well with that rose and that apple note that's inside of here. That green apple that's inside of here. Man, they should have kept this joint going and going and going. Bring this back. Bring this back. Make it happen. Make it happen. Okay, this next fragrance, forgive me if I've mispronounced this, but from the house of Lancôme, this is Hypnose or Hypnose Homme Eau de Toilette. The bottle is ridiculously good and unique. I love the way this bottle looks. This is a wonderful, elegant, dressed up, casual type of a scent. You know, if you're wearing like, you're going to like, you know, formal events where you dressed up a little bit, you want to, you know, like some slacks and a button up and stuff like that. This fragrance here is perfect for that occasion. You know, like weddings or anything like that, you know, business meetings or anything like that. You know, this has a wonderful, tremendous accord of like a minty, spicy, powdery, lavender accord. The cardamom in here is beautiful. The lavender mixed in with that cardamom is beautiful. It has a little bit more of a, you know, like a light, you know, airy, fruity, elegant touch to it. And in the base of it, it gets like, you know, even more warmer, and it gets a little bit more masculine with that musk and the patchouli. The patchouli is what gives it even more dark, sweet, like greenness, a little bit like earthiness, if you will, from that patchouli. This one here overall is a dope cardamom and lavender fragrance that smells amazing. Dry, fruity spice and powdery. Very, very elegant and formal in a bottle. This fragrance here leaves me speechless every time I smell it. Man, if you can find this, if you can cop this for a decent price, pick this up. But, like I always said, like the other ones, this one here, the performance is terrible. However, this is a great smelling fragrance nonetheless. Up next, from the house of Marc Jacobs, which is kind of similar to the one we just got done doing, but from the house of Marc Jacobs, this is Marc Jacobs Man. Average style looking bottle, but you got the name of the house on the cap right there. If you can see it, if it focuses, there you go. But yeah, Marc Jacobs for Man. This fragrance is an awesome masculine white floral scent with a beautiful like latonic fig accord in this fragrance. You know, it's citrusy, like tonic, like, you know, that's light and linear, but it has a beautiful herbaceous fig note that's inside of here, mixed in greatly with a rose note. This one is just elegant masculinity in a bottle. Smells dope. Very, very dope. But on my skin, it's lackluster. Wish they would come out with a flanker of this one, revive this somehow, some way, because this one is beautiful. Elegant masculinity in a bottle. And I highly recommend this one to anybody if they don't mind the lackluster performance. But the smell of this is outrageously good. So Marc Jacobs for men, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this one I need a little bit of help with because I was meaning to get this bottle of this fragrance, but I ended up opening a box and this is what I got, which I'm not bent out of shape about because it does smell good. But you know, online this particular bottle and batch is highly sought after, and people are saying that it is very rare and hard to find. But I was thinking about getting the new style bottle, the bottle that I was looking for, that I sprayed a tester on myself. I thought I was getting that one, but when I opened the box, I got this one. And it came in a box like this. To help you guys understand a little bit better what I'm talking about, you know, here's a little information at the bottom. It says, like, you know, $19.99 and some ingredients and all that good stuff. But the way that this smells is awesome. It has a unique yuzu and green herbaceous note of green bell pepper, or green pepper in the opening. Very herbaceously and spicy, green spiciness from that green pepper, and that yuzu is a very pungent, like lemon zesty scent accord that comes from that yuzu. And you do get some green floralness as you transition into the mid. And this fragrance here smells really, really, really dope. I haven't smelled anything like this fragrance. However, the performance is lackluster and it sits close to your skin, unfortunately. But this one here is a mystery to me. And when I looked it up and researched it, a lot of people is groveling and got this and selling this as well for a high price. So I think I copped the hidden rare gem, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm pretty much happy with it. Just wish it would have performed a little bit better. Yeah, so from the house of Kenzo, this is L'Eau Pour Kenzo Pouron, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all that I have for Scent Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you know what to do. You gotta like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there and be blessed and have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.